Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to the Horse Lord Mega Campaign in Hearts of Iron 4. In the last episode, we set up all of our battle plans for the coming war with our former alliance. So got that all set up. At least it looks like we got that all set up. And so that should be ready to go for the most part. But we were still missing a few things, like I was missing commanders. And so I just kind of needed to burn a bunch of time, which I went ahead and did. Now I have all of my commanders in this army group. And one of the problems that kind of crept up while I was advancing time is that world tension was dropping. So what I went ahead and did while I was off screen was staged a few coups in France and Italy and England. I mean, they really weren't big. They were just like little tiny coups that I got to fire. Just enough to kind of keep the world tension above 50%, so that I can actually justify war. Because if it goes below 50%, I can't justify war anymore, because I'm not aligned, right? We're not aligned, so we have limits on how much we can do with low war tension, or low world tension. Another thing I did off screen was I set up a new fleet here. Actually, I really need to change these icons, because this is a whole new fleet of submarines. And I have dispatched them to the Mediterranean, because I anticipate there's going to be a lot of fighting in the Mediterranean, and I want to have as many warships in that area of the world as I can manage. So I went ahead and just set that up. So they should be heading into position, which they are. I also distributed out some more planes, so now we have fighters and naval bombers in most of the shore areas that I anticipate where there's going to be some heavy fighting. In the Mediterranean, the Baltic Sea. So that's all ready to go. Now, upon... I'm going to go ahead and pause, keep things paused here. Upon further thought, I've decided to reevaluate the plans in North America. So I really don't like how things are looking here. This kind of area of the map is a potential disaster waiting to happen. For a bunch of reasons. It's, supply restricted. This is a very narrow gap there. And so that is a pocket waiting to happen. And because of all the lakes and everything, because the Great Lakes, it's just causing all kinds of weird front arrangements and everything. So what I'm thinking is that what I might do is change up my plan in North America. Rather than attack, I'm going to defend in North America. I'm going to set up defensive lines. I'm going to entrench my troops, and then we're just gonna give up a bunch of territory and hold our line there. Now, can you get across there? Yeah, they can. Okay. Yeah, and hold our line until we can defeat the enemy in other theaters, like in Asia, Southeast Asia, Korea, or even in Europe. And then once we do, then flood our troops over into the Americas and wipe out the last remaining remnants of our enemies here. So I think that's going to be the plan. South America, I'm going to keep things set up here the way they are. But in North America, I'm going to completely rework all of this. So let's go ahead and get to work on that right now. Now, what I've started doing is queuing up the construction of bunkers. Well, everywhere. Along our fronts here. Along our fronts there. There's actually a heavy bunker line right there, which is interesting. Yeah, and along here. Because this is going to be kind of where I'm setting up my defensive line. I just need to figure out where that's going to be. Okay. So, we're going to have a fallback line set for here. It's going to run... It's going to run to there. Yep, and you delete your front. So I just need to kind of create better fronts to work from. It's just kind of the plan here. Okay, so that should be... Well, not quite the same. Oh. I gotta make sure that I keep those fallback lines exactly the same. Okay, so you guys go actually down there. And then slide in there. There we go. Okay. Let's see. This whole army group is going to be on that fallback line. My cavalry. Actually, the cavalry I'm going to split. Half the cavalry is going to be on half the line. There. And then the other... Actually, no, that's armor. Okay, hold on. Where's the cavalry? Okay. You delete your orders then. And you set up for the rest of this. There we are. Yeah, that should be falling back there. And then you guys... You fall back to the whole line as well. The armor. so that's working. Alright, so... Actually, what I'm going to do before I do anything else is I want to make sure that we get bunkers built on that fallback line. Alright, so... Where do I want to set up here? I mean, that would be nice, but that is a spot that they can get across there. So I think what I might do is set the fallback line here to be kind of up there. And then run along the river here. So we can use that river as a defensive fortification. And then once the enemy brings the front to the fallback line, we can reset these up as actual proper fronts. And then proceed with their counterattack once our efforts elsewhere bear fruit. Come on, you want to slide like that? Yep. Along there. Okay, and then I want to have bunkers all along that line. There we go. Now, that does mean we're going to be giving up ports and airfields as well, but we should have, you know, port there, port there. We have a port up here. We have a port there. We have ports over there, so we're fine there. Now, airfields are going to be a slight issue because I'm going to need to move these guys. Let's see, and then there are the other fighters. You guys fall back there. Strategic bomber wing. You guys drop back to there. These fighters are going to have to swing over there. Okay. There are resources in there, and significant resources. I mean, there's a lot of steel in that area that I'm giving up, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, I got a lot of steel when I took Franconia, so we should be okay. Now, the question is going to be, how long is it going to take me to get all these bunkers built? Might take a while. So So what I could say is that I'm ready to go ahead and start Justification. How long is Justification going to take against Kiev? Because I think that's who I'm going to justify against. They are a historical enemy. So I think it makes sense for us to go after them as our primary target, and then the rest of everybody else will most likely get dragged in at that point. Let's see. 170 days. It's not very long at all. Alright, so what I might do is let this go for one more episode. And I'll run things forward again off screen, trying to get as much of this bunker system built as I can. But once we get down to 50% world tension, I'll have to go. So that's what I'll probably try to do. Just advance things to the point where we're down to 50%. And then once we're down to 50%, then that's what we'll start next episode. We'll start running through the Justification. And then we'll probably get the war started at that point. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, so yeah, it'll be a bit of a short episode for today. Still more prep work. But I think that this is the smart thing to do here, because it's going to give us a much stronger defensive position. And then we can counterpunch once I have all my forces together. Alright, so yeah, we'll go ahead and stop here for today. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.